The Chicago wind cuts like a razor, howling through the city's steel canyons, biting my skin as I stand frozen in NexCorp's dark office. It's midnight and I'm Abigail Carter, 34. My breath-shallow hands shaking over my husband Ethan's laptop. The screen's cold glow sears my eyes, revealing an email from Olivia Grant. My rival, each word a blade. Get her out of the sterling deal by Friday, or we're toast. My heart pounds a frantic drum. A sharp creak slices, the silence echoing from the hallway, deliberate like boots stalking closer. Someone's there watching their presence, a heavy shadow circling me. I whirl around, but the darkness swallows all. Ethan. My Ethan, who swore to love me forever? Plotting with her, the air chokes me thick with betrayal's stench. 5 months, 3 collapses, gasping, dizzy, my body. Failing after their meals, their drinks. Olivia's bitter salmon. Ethan's metallic smoothie. That tea that burned my throat in the ER. Not chance. My fingers dig into the laptop nails biting wood. Why me? The sterling deal, $15 million, my career's zenith, is days away. Are they poisoning me to steal it? The wind screams outside, a countdown, a warning. I'm not paranoid, I'm awake. A fire sparks in my gut, not fear but rage. They think they can crush me, erase me. They're wrong. I'll rip their truth bare, even if it breaks my world. The creak grows louder, closer. Who's out there? I'm not running. Not tonight. This is where I fight. That email from Olivia, get her out of the sterling deal by Friday. Or were toast cuts sharper than Chicago's brutal wind, a betrayal seared into my core? I'm Abigail Carter, 34, standing in my penthouse kitchen, perched high above the city's restless, glittering sprawl. The wind howls outside, battering the floor-to-ceiling windows, its icy claws scraping at my nerves, as if the city itself senses the storm brewing within me. A steaming coffee mug sits on the granite counter, its faint chemical tang stinging my nostrils, twisting my stomach into tight, painful knots. Ethan Walsh, my husband of 10 years, leans against the doorway, his smile warm, achingly familiar, the same one that once melted my defenses. But his eyes, they're cold, sharp like Lake Michigan's winter gusts slicing through the dark. He nudges the mug closer, his voice smooth, too smooth, like a lie polished to perfection. Drink it, Abby. Brewed it just for you. My fingers hover over the handle, trembling the weight of last night's discovery in NexCorp's office. Ethan's laptop, Olivia's chilling plot, crushing my heart. This isn't coffee. It's a test, maybe a weapon. 5 months, 3 hospital beds. The memories surge, raw, relentless. Olivia Grant's pan-seared salmon at her Gold Coast condo. Its bitter aftertaste choking me, my lungs burning as I gasped for air. Ethan's hand steadying mine, his voice soothing, too calm. Bad fish, Abby? That's all. His protein smoothie, thick with a metallic tang, left my vision blurry. My legs buckling under me, his excuses quick practiced. Just stress, babe. You're pushing too hard. And that tea. Olivia brought to my office, her smile dripping with false pity that sent me to the ER, my throat ablaze, my heart pounding like a trapped animal. Allergies, probably. Ethan said always there, always explaining his words, a bandage over my growing fear. The doctors shrugged food poisoning, they guessed, or sensitivities, but their dismissals never matched the dread pooling in my gut. A warning I ignored too long. Now this coffee, its acrid scent curling like venom screams, danger. I'm NexCorp's top financial director, my name etched on every major deal. But the sterling merger, $15 million. The crown of my career is 3 days away. That email, they want me out broken, maybe dead. My mind flashes to 3 years ago, a boardroom where I exposed Olivia's shady merger, her greed laid bare, costing her a promotion, her pride. She's hated me since her ambition a festering wound. But Ethan, the man I loved through every late-night laugh, every quiet vow scheming with her. The thought is a blade twisting unbearable, but it's real. His smile tightens his gaze, locked on the mug waiting, watching a predator sizing up its prey. What's wrong, Abby? Don't you trust me? My pulse thuds loud as the wind shaking the glass. I push the mug away, my voice calm cutting through the tension like a knife. Not tonight, Ethan. I'm good. His jaw twitches a crack in his flawless mask, and it's all I need. I see it. I'm not imagining this. They're after me, but I'm not their victim. I'm their reckoning. The wind roars louder, a battle cry urging me to dig deeper, to fight to unravel their lies before they unravel me. I turn away, my heart, stealing my mind, racing with the next move, ready for the war ahead. Ethan's twitching jaw, that fleeting crack in his mask, over the untouched coffee, haunts me like a ghost I can't shake. I'm Abigail Carter, 34, stepping into Olivia Grant's Gold Coast penthouse, where Chicago's wind howls against towering glass walls, a restless warning that sets my nerves on edge. Crystal chandeliers cast golden light over polished marble, but the air feels charged heavy with deceit, like a storm lurking beneath the luxury. Olivia, my rival at NexCorp, glides toward me, her smile sharp a blade, cloaked in velvet, her eyes glinting with something darker than ambition. Malice, maybe. Ethan's already here, laughing too loudly with Mark Reynolds, my closest colleague. But his glances at me are weighted, calculating not the warmth I once knew. The dining table sparkles with crystal glasses and plates of roasted quail. Yet a faint chemical tang pierces the rich aroma knotting my stomach. It's the same smell Ethan's coffee, the poison that's shadowed me for months. Olivia hands me a glass of red wine, her voice syrupy laced with danger. For you, Abby, a rare vintage just for tonight. My fingers tighten around the stem, my pulse hammering like a war drum. 5 months, 3 collapses. Olivia's salmon that choked me, Ethan's smoothie that blurred my world, her tea that burned my throat raw. Those weren't accidents. I raise the glass lips, brushing the rim, but I don't drink, my eyes scanning their faces. Ethan's smile is tight. Mark's gaze darts nervously, betraying him. You okay, Abby? Mark asks, his tone too smooth, too practiced. Looking a bit pale, my heart screams trap. They're testing me, waiting for me to crumble before the sterling deal's vote. In 2 days, that $15 million prize they want for themselves. I force a grin, my voice steady cutting, just savoring the vibe, Mark. But my gaze catches a glint, a tiny vial in Mark's jacket pocket, shimmering under the chandelier's glow. Is that their weapon? Olivia leans closer, her perfume sharp, her words venomous, dripping with intent. Sterling's a big deal, Abby. Hope you're up for it. Ethan's chuckle is hollow, his eyes cold as ice. I set the glass down untouched, my mind racing. They want me gone, maybe dead. The wind roars outside, urging me to act, to fight. As I excuse myself to the powder room, my fingers slip the vial from Mark's jacket into my purse, swift, silent, my heart pounding. They think I'm their prey. They'll learn I'm the hunter, and I'm just getting started. The vial's weight in my purse, stolen from Mark's jacket at Olivia's dinner, burns. Like a secret I can't ignore, a tether to their poisoned wine and their lies. I'm Abigail Carter, 34, alone in NexCorp's glass tower at 2 a.m. The Chicago wind battering the windows like a relentless war cry. My desk is a battlefield of scattered papers and cold coffee cups. But Ethan's laptop glows in the dark, a forbidden vault holding answers I dread yet crave. That email from Olivia, get her out of the sterling deal, was just the start, a crack in their facade. I crack his password, my fingers trembling, and dive into a deleted folder, my breath shallow. A new message from Olivia hits like a fist, sterling's 15 million. She can't pitch, up the dose. My chest tightens, the words echoing. Up the dose, the vial. It's their poison, the key to my 5 months of torment salmon smoothie. T3 collapses, each tied to them. They're not just sabotaging my career, they're trying to kill me. A soft creak echoes from the hallway, deliberate like footsteps stalking. My heart slams against my ribs, a frantic rhythm. I slam the laptop shut, ducking into the shadows, as Mark's silhouette appears in the doorway, his presence heavy predatory. Abby burning the midnight oil. His voice is casual, but his eyes scan my desk, hungry, searching. I hold my breath pressed against the wall, my pulse roaring. He lingers, glances at Ethan's laptop, then slips away, but he knows I'm close. My mind flashes to 3 years ago when I exposed Olivia's shady merger to NexCorp's board, costing her a corner office, her pride, her future. She's hated me since her ambition, a festering wound. But Ethan, my Ethan, why? The wind howls, pushing me forward. I reopen the laptop, forwarding the emails to Rachel Patel, my lawyer, with a single line, they want me dead. But emails aren't enough. The vial is my proof, my weapon. I clutch it, my resolve hardening like steel. Mark's no ally. He's their spy, maybe worse. The sterling pitch is 2 days away, and they're betting I'll break. They're wrong. I'm fighting for my life, and I'm not stopping. The wind screams louder, a call to war, and I'm ready to answer. Mark's predatory glance in the office. That fleeting moment of suspicion clings to me like a shadow I can't outrun. I'm Abigail Carter. 34, crossing a Chicago street at dusk. The wind whipping dust and leaves around me. A storm's prelude that sets my nerves alight. The vial's still in my purse, its secrets locked tight, but Rachel's text keeps me grounded. Lab's testing the vial. Stay safe. The sterling deal looms, and I'm inches from exposing Olivia and Ethan, their plot unraveling with every step I take. Then a screech tears through the air, raw and violent. A black SUV barrels toward me, its headlights blinding, a beast charging. My heart leaps, adrenaline surging. I dive to the sidewalk skin, scraping asphalt, pain flaring, as the vehicle swerves and speeds off into the dusk. The driver's face, sharp jaw, dark eyes flashes in my mind, a ghost from Olivia's dinner, a shadow lurking in the crowd. My hands shake, not from fear, but from fury. They tried to kill me, not just poison me, but crush me under steel. At Chicago General, Dr. Emily Nguyen's face is grim, her chart gripped tightly. Abby, there's a toxin in your blood, same as your last ER visits. It's deliberate, not natural. My stomach drops a cold weight. The salmon, the smoothie, the tea. Now a hit and run. 5 months, 3 collapses, and this. It's no coincidence. Emily's voice softens, urgent, her eyes locking on mine. You need the police. Now. My mind races. The vial's truth burning in my purse, Rachel's lab will confirm it's the same toxin. But who drove Ethan? Olivia, Mark I trusted. Mark shared late-night strategies, called him friend. Was he behind the wheel? The wind howls through the hospital windows, Chicago's ruthless pulse echoing my own. I nod at Emily, my voice steady, unyielding. I'm not hiding, I'm ending this. Back at my penthouse, I lock the doors, fingers tracing the vial's smooth surface. The sterling pitch is tomorrow, and they're desperate to stop me. But I'm not their victim. I'm their judge, and my verdict is coming. The wind roars a battle cry, urging me to strike. The SUV's screech, that near-death roar, still pulses in my veins. A fire fueling every breath. I'm Abigail Carter, 34, sitting in a dimly lit Chicago coffee shop, the wind rattling the windows like a restless spirit, whispering warnings. Mark Reynolds sits across from me, sipping a latte. His smile easy practiced, but his eyes flicker with something unsteady, a crack in his facade. I called him here, feigning a sterling crisis, needing his expertise, but my phone's recording hidden in my purse beside the vial. Rachel's lab confirmed it, a rare industrial toxin, the same in my blood, the same in their drinks. Mark's involved, I know it, and I'm here to prove it. I lean forward, my voice calm, disarming a trap of my own. Mark, you've always had my back. But something's off. Olivia's emails, Ethan's lies. You know anything? His smile falters just a second, but it's enough. He shifts fingers, tightening around his cup knuckles, whitening. Abby Sterling's got you stressed. You're seeing things that aren't there. My heart pounds, but I press harder, baiting him, my voice soft probing, like that vial in your jacket at Olivia's. What was it, Mark? His face pales, his voice, low, cracking like thin ice. You don't get it. Olivia, she pays big, said you were too good for Sterling, too dangerous to her plans. I just followed orders. My breath catches a jolt of confirmation. Orders to poison me. I keep my face neutral, my voice steady, coaxing. So you dosed me. For her, he looks away, sweat beading on his brow. His words a guilty mutter. It wasn't supposed to kill you, Abby. Just slow you down, keep you out of the pitch. My blood boils, rage surging, but I stay calm, the recorder catching every damning word. Mark, my friend, my betrayer. The wind howls outside, urging me to end this. I stand, my voice cold cutting. You picked the wrong side, Mark. He grabs my arm, desperate, his grip tight. Abby, don't, I pull free. Walking out the recording safe, my resolve unbreakable. The Sterling pitch is tomorrow, and I've got them now. They wanted me weak. They'll get a warrior instead. Mark's confession. It wasn't supposed to kill you is a raw wound, but it sharpens my focus, a blade honed for battle. I'm Abigail Carter, 34, back in my penthouse, the Chicago wind. A steady roar outside, like the city itself is rallying behind me. My laptop glows with Rachel Patel's email, her words urgent, vial matches your blood work. Toxins industrial rare. Police on standby, bring the recording. The Sterling pitch is hours away, and I hold the keys to Olivia and Ethan's downfall. Mark's recorded words. Olivia's damning emails, the vial's deadly truth. But victory isn't enough. I need to shatter their lies publicly, where they can't hide, where their greed and betrayal are laid bare for all to see. I pace the hardwood floor, my mind replaying 3 years ago, when I stood in NexCorp's boardroom and exposed Olivia's greedy merger, her ambition a cancer threatening the company. She lost everything then, status, power, respect, and swore revenge, her eyes burning, with a hatred I underestimated. Now she's after Sterling and Ethan. My Ethan is her ally. Why greed, jealousy? I dig through his files, my fingers trembling, and find a contract hidden in a locked folder. Ethan and Olivia splitting Sterling's $15 million profits if I'm out of the picture. My heart cracks, a decade of love crumbling, but my resolve hardens, steel forged in pain. I call Tom Hayes, my loyal colleague, my voice steady, as I share the plan, expose them at the pitch in front of NexCorp's elite. He hesitates, his breath catching, then nods. You're crazy, Abby, but I'm in. The wind howls louder, a call to battle. its ferocity matching the fire in my chest. I slip the vial, the recording, and the emails into my bag. My hands steady, unshaken. They wanted me dead, erased from their path. They'll get my truth a reckoning they can't escape. Tomorrow, I'm not just pitching Sterling. I'm rewriting their end, and I'm ready to strike. Mark's confession. It wasn't supposed to kill you, ignites a fire in my veins, a blaze no Chicago wind can quench. I'm Abigail Carter, 34, standing in NexCorp's gleaming boardroom, the city's skyline framed by glass walls. The wind howling outside like a chorus of righteous fury. The Sterling merger pitch of $15 million prize that could crown my career is seconds from starting. But this isn't about a deal anymore. It's about justice. Olivia Grant, Ethan Walsh, and Mark Reynolds. They poisoned me, hunted me, tried to erase me from their path to greed. Today I tear their lies apart. The room hums with NexCorp's elite, their suits crisp, eyes sharp, all vying for Sterling's glory. Olivia struts in her smile, polished but predatory, a flicker of shock, crossing her face when she sees me standing tall, unbroken. She didn't expect me here, not after their SUV nearly crushed me, not after 5 months of their toxins clawing at my body. Ethan follows his charm dialed high, but his jaw tightens, his eyes betraying a glint of panic. Mark hovers at the back, pale hands fidgeting, a shadow of the friend I once trusted. They think they've won, that I'm too weak to fight. They're dead wrong. I step to the podium, my heart pounding like a war drum, my voice steady, slicing through the room's buzz. Ladies and gentlemen, before we pitch Sterling, there's a truth you must hear. The air shifts, eyes narrowing, whispers fading to a tense hush. I plug my phone into the projector, and Mark's voice spills out, raw, trembling, a confession that shatters the silence. Olivia, she pays big. Said you were too good for Sterling. It wasn't supposed to kill you. Gasps ripple through the crowd, a wave of shock. Olivia's smile freezes, her eyes wide with terror, like a deer caught in headlights. Ethan steps forward, his voice smooth but cracking, desperate. Abby, this is nonsense. You're under stress. Imagining I cut him off, my voice steel, unyielding. Stressed or poisoned? I click the projector, and Olivia's email to Ethan blazes across the screen, each word a dagger. Sterling's $15 million. She can't pitch. Up the dose. Murmurs erupt, board members, shifting their faces, hardening with disbelief, disgust. Olivia laughs, a shrill, frantic sound, her poise crumbling. This is a lie. She's fabricating it all. I hold up the vial from Mark's jacket, its clear liquid glinting under the harsh lights, a silent witness. Fabricating. This toxin matches my blood, Olivia. The same in your salmon, Ethan's smoothie, your tea. Dr. Emily Nguyen confirmed it. Rachel Patel has the lab reports ready for the police. Mark bolts for the door, his footsteps frantic, but Tom Hayes, my loyal colleague, blocks him. His voice low, commanding. Sit down, Mark. Ethan's face drains of color, his charm collapsing like a house of cards. Abby, it wasn't meant to go this far. His confession, raw and broken, hangs in the air, a final nail in their coffin. The board chairman, a gray-haired titan, rises, his voice, thunder shaking the room. Security now. Guards flood in, their hands firm on Olivia's arms, Ethan's shoulders, Mark's wrists, their faces a mix of rage, shame, and defeat. Olivia screams, her composure shattered, her voice piercing. You can't prove anything, you'll regret this. But I'm not done. I turn to the board, my voice calm, unshakable, a beacon in the chaos. I've fought for Sterling, for NexCorp, for the truth. I'm ready to lead this deal if you'll trust me to deliver. The chairman nods, his eyes glinting with respect. his voice firm. "You've got our vote, Carter. Lead on." The room erupts in applause, a tidal wave of affirmation, but my gaze locks on Ethan, his head bowed in shame, and Olivia, her glare burning with defeated rage, her empire in ruins. The wind roars outside, a victory cry that echoes the fire in my chest. They wanted me gone, erased, buried. Instead, I've claimed everything sterling justice, my power. My hands tremble, not from fear, but from the weight of triumph. This isn't just a win. It's a reckoning, and I'm only beginning. The boardroom's thunderous applause, a tidal wave of vindication, still pulses through me, drowning out the Chicago wind's fading howl. I'm Abigail Carter, 34, standing outside the Cook County Courthouse, the city's gray sky heavy with the weight of justice finally served. Olivia Grant, Ethan Walsh, and Mark Reynolds. They thought they could poison me, steal the $15 million sterling deal, erase me from their path to power. They misjudged me, and their empire of lies crumbled in that boardroom laid bare by Mark's confession and Olivia's damning email. Now, weeks later, the courtroom's polished oak walls and solemn benches bear witness to their final reckoning. The wind rattles the windows, a steady pulse syncing with my heartbeat, as if Chicago itself demands closure. Inside, Olivia sits in the defendant's box, her once razor-sharp smile gone, her eyes hollow, darting like a caged animal, stripped of its claws. Ethan, my husband of a decade, slumps beside her, his charm peeled away his face, pale, unshaven, a shadow of the man I once loved. Mark, my so-called friend, fidgets in his cuffs, his head bowed, his betrayal, a weight he can't escape. They're not predators anymore. They're prey caught in the trap they set for me. Rachel Patel, my lawyer, stands tall, her voice slicing through the courtroom's tension like a blade. "Your Honor, the evidence is undeniable, airtight." She holds up the vial, its toxin matched to my blood work, verified by Dr. Emily Nguyen's meticulous analysis. Rachel plays Mark's recording again, his voice trembling raw. "Olivia, she pays big. It wasn't supposed to kill you." The jury leans forward, their faces grim, unyielding. Olivia's email to Ethan. Up the dose flashes on a screen, each word a hammer, driving their guilt deeper. Rachel's voice rises, commanding steady, a force of truth. 3 defendants, 1 calculated conspiracy to poison Abigail Carter, to sabotage her career, to murder her for a $15 million merger. The judge stern and imposing nods as Rachel submits lab reports, hospital records from my 3 collapses, and the contract I uncovered, Ethan and Olivia's secret plan to split Sterling's profits once I was out. My chest tightens not from pain, but from the raw truth. Ethan, the man I built a life with, sold me for greed, his vows as hollow as his excuses. Olivia's voice cracks a desperate, futile plea. It was just to slow her down. Not this. The jury's eyes narrow, unmoved, their judgment etched in stone. Ethan mutters, his head bowed, his voice barely audible. "I didn't mean, it wasn't supposed to." His words trail off, weak, meaningless, swallowed by his shame. Mark stays silent, his guilt louder than any confession, his shoulders sagging under the weight of his choices. The wind howls outside, urging the gavel's fall, a call for finality. The judge's voice booms resolute, shaking the room. "Guilty. Conspiracy to commit murder, attempted murder fraud." Handcuffs click, a cold, piercing sound. As Olivia's shoulders slump, Ethan's head drops lower, and Mark's eyes close, sealing their fate. They're led away, their footsteps heavy, echoing like a funeral march, their dreams of power reduced to dust. Rachel turns to me, her face softening, a rare smile breaking through. "You did it, Abby. It's over." I nod, my voice steady, unyielding. Not over, just beginning. The sterling deal is mine, signed last week. My name shining at NexCorp, a testament to my fight. But this victory isn't just a contract. It's my life reclaimed from their poison, my strength forged in their betrayal. The wind softens outside, a whisper of peace, as I step into the street, free, unbroken, ready for what's next. The courthouse's heavy air, thick with the sting of justice, fades behind me, replaced by the soft hum of Chicago's evening pulse. I'm Abigail Carter, 34, standing on the stage of the Chicago Financial Summit, a year after Olivia Grant, Ethan Walsh, and Mark Reynolds' guilty verdicts shattered their web of lies. The sterling merger, a $15 million triumph, is now a cornerstone of NexCorp's empire, my name etched in its success, a beacon of what I fought for. The auditorium buzzes with hundreds of sharp-suited professionals, their eyes locked on me, notebooks open, eager for my keynote. The wind whispers through the open windows, no longer a warning, but a gentle melody of renewal caressing the room. I grip the podium, my voice steady, resonant, cutting through the anticipation. Success isn't just talent or luck. It's standing tall when the world tries to crush you. The crowd leans in, some nodding, others scribbling as I weave my story. Not the poison, not the hospital beds, but the fire they forged in me. I faced betrayal from those I trusted most, who wanted me gone, erased. But I learned to trust my instincts, to fight for what's mine, no matter the cost. My gaze sweeps the room, landing on young faces hungry for guidance, their eyes wide with hope. You'll face your own shadows, your own battles. Don't flinch. Rise. The applause erupts, a wave of affirmation, but my heart beats steady, grounded in purpose. I step off the stage, greeted by Tom Hayes, his grin wide, his hand clapping my shoulder. "You killed it, Abby," he says, his voice warm. I smile, my voice soft, sincere. We did. Tom's loyalty, Rachel Patel's fierce advocacy, Dr. Emily Nguyen's unwavering truth, they carried me when Ethan's love turned to poison. Outside, I walk along the Chicago River, the breeze cool against my skin, the skyline gleaming under a rare, clear sky. I'm no longer the woman trembling over a tainted coffee, doubting her mind. I'm NexCorp's Chief Financial Officer, a mentor to young women in finance. Through my foundation, a light for those lost in their storms. The wind lifts my hair, a gentle push forward. Olivia's career is ashes, Ethan's prison letters go unopened. Mark's name forgotten. I chose progress over vengeance, strength over scars. My heart is full, not with anger, but with purpose. The city's lights dance on the water, a promise of tomorrow. I'm not just standing, I'm soaring, and the world will see it. The Chicago River glimmers under the fading sun, its ripples carrying the weight of my triumph and the truths carved into my soul. I'm Abigail Carter, 34, walking along the waterfront, the wind now a soft caress, no longer the howling threat that shadowed my fight against Olivia Grant, Ethan Walsh, and Mark Reynolds. They tried to poison my body, my career, my spirit with their greed and betrayal. They failed, and their collapse taught me lessons no boardroom could. I pause, leaning against the railing, the city's heartbeat syncing with mine. Listen to your gut. That knot in my stomach, the whisper of doubt, when Ethan offered that tainted coffee, it wasn't fear. It was truth screaming to be heard. Trust it always. Keep your proof. Every email I saved, every recording I made, every date I noted, they were my shield when their lies tried to bury me. Document your battles. They're your armor. Choose resilience over revenge. Olivia's empire is dust, Ethan's in chains. Mark's a ghost, but I didn't destroy them. I rose, claiming sterling, building a foundation for women in finance, becoming NexCorp's CFO. Vengeance traps you, resilience frees you. Surround yourself with the loyal. Rachel Patel's fierce justice. Dr. Emily Nguyen's steady truth. Tom Hayes's quiet strength. They were my family when trust turned to poison. Choose your circle wisely. They'll lift you when the world pulls you down. Know your worth. They targeted me because I was strong, my light, too bright for their greed to bear. Never dim it. I turn the skyline glowing, a testament to what's possible. You out there facing your own bitter cup, a colleague's sabotage, a friend's deceit. You are enough. Write your goals, share them with someone who believes in you, and keep pushing. The wind brushes my cheek, urging me forward. I'm a force, not just a survivor, and you're stronger than you know. What's your fight? Rise to it.